Hi, welcome to Easy Gourmet. I'm your chef tonight, Michael Mercil, and we've changed up the venue. We're here at the Speakeasy in our new Sky Ballroom. So I've had a request from some ladies here that are great customers at the Speakeasy to be on the show, and we took them up on it and we got them on the show tonight. And since I don't have a big enough kitchen for them, we're going to do it right here in our Sky Ballroom. Tonight we're going to be preparing a fun little salad that we've got at the Country Club, at the Little Easy in the Green, and it is a spinach salad with some red onions, pine nuts, and a raspberry vinaigrette dressing that I'm going to show you how to make, and you're going to be surprised on how easy it is. The first thing, of course, is probably the dressing. Why we should get that out of the way. And what I like to do, a lot of my dressings, I like to take a little base, and my base is Italian dressing. So you can go to the store, buy some store-bought Italian dressing, and throw anything into it to make the flavor. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw some raspberries in with it, and probably sweeten it up a little bit, and that's all there is to it. I make a mango dressing this way. You can make just about anything, you know, like a pear or anything. The sky's the limit, and all it takes is Italian dressing and some great fruit. So I've got, of course, I have our Italian dressing here at the Speak, which is homemade. Gotta add that. So I'm gonna put that into the blender. And then we've got some raspberries. These are just frozen raspberries that you buy in the supermarket. And just a little sugar to sweeten it up. And then we're going to just pour it into a squeeze bottle. And that way, when we serve it, all we do is we can make nice little lines on it. And that's the dressing. Now, isn't that simple? Okay, and then the spinach salad, we're going to start off with, a lot of times I just buy that bagged spinach that you see in the store, and I do like to take off the extra stems. That's the one part of the spinach that is a little more bitter. Find your biggest leaves to begin with. And this is something, if you are doing it in front of a bunch of people or entertaining at your house, that you can do ahead of time and just throw it right in your refrigerator. You can either do one big one or several small ones, depending how large your refrigerator is. And then we're going to put a little red onion on it. And we're going to top it with a cherry tomato. And I just cut a cross into it to make a little flower out of the cherry tomato. Your pine nuts, and then your raspberry vinaigrette. And this is going to be your first course tonight, the spinach salad with the raspberry vinaigrette.
Hey, you get up, come on, let's go. It's time for Tank and Kimmy Gibbler, the Wild Morning Show. From 6 to 10, my friend, don't you know? They keep your morning rocking on your radio. You got Jake, he hooks you up with all the latest in the news. Kimmy Gibbler's joke of the day will make you laugh away your blues. It's the best thing in the morning, man. It's always lots of fun. Right here on Minnesota's hot new country, Wild 104.1.
First National Bank of Holly and Dilworth is your locally owned full-service bank. Enjoy free First Reward Checking, a high-interest bearing checking account with great rates. Both offices are conveniently located on Highway 10 or bank online. First National Bank of Holly and Dilworth.
The Farmers Market in Detroit Lakes is the place to be on Tuesday and Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Shop for fresh produce and more in the beautiful city park by the pavilion. Besides the quality fresh homegrown greens, there's tomatoes, raspberries, and other fruits and vegetables. You'll find grass-fed beef, fresh breads, donuts, and cookies, canned goods, flowers, and handicrafts. Over 30 vendors daily. Meet your friends at the Farmers Market in Detroit Lakes.
Welcome back to Easy Gourmet. Our guests today have just enjoyed their raspberry spinach salads, and our next course is going to be a chicken breast stuffed with prosciutto, Swiss cheese, and a little mushroom, and then we're going to top it with some sauce that is just awesome. So first of all, we're going to start off by sauteing our mushrooms and our prosciutto. As you know, prosciutto is, unless you cut it really thin, it's actually kind of tough. Have you ever noticed that before? Have you ever worked with prosciutto? Have you ever eaten prosciutto? What's that?
Just from the deli.
Just from the deli? Yeah, well prosciuttos can actually be a little tough to work with. That's why it's sliced so thin. So I like to kind of blanch it off or saute it off a little bit. That way it crisps it up a little bit, and when it cooks in the chicken it gets nice and tender. So we've got a little butter here, and we're just going to throw a little of that in there. I'm going to start off with putting the mushrooms in. Stephanie, I guess I'm going to be making your entree right here. And then we'll just let that sit just a minute. And then we've got our chicken breast right here. Now, we purchase at the Speakeasy an 8-ounce skin-on breast. I love the flavor from the skin, and it keeps all the juices in. And it's really easy to work with. You don't need to do that. In fact, you'll probably find it very hard to even find these unless you go to like a butcher. So that is something that you possibly can do. But we're going to use an 8-ounce chicken breast, and I'm going to throw just a little saran wrap so we don't get a bunch of chicken all over. And when you pound these out, you want to push the meat away from you so that you make it larger, so that it's easier to roll with. And then we're going to throw our Swiss cheese down. So now we just get that in there. And I'm going to turn it around because I want the small side to be rolled in first.
And that was just Swiss cheese and mushrooms?
Mushrooms and then prosciutto ham.
So do you have to pound really hard?
Not that hard. It looks like I'm pounding harder than you think.
Okay.
And there we have the chicken all rolled up and ready to roll. Now, if you're going to be doing a bunch of these, you want to put them in a pan where they're all going to be tight together. That's why I chose this smaller pan, so that it does. What's that?
Did you grease that little pan?
This one I would just spray just a little with Pam. That's all you need to do. And then I've got this house seasoning that I use on almost everything, which is just a little garlic powder, a little Lowry's, and a little pepper. And we're just going to top with a little of that. That goes into the oven for about 20 minutes at about 350 to 400 degrees, depending on your oven. And that's what we're having for dinner tonight. All right, enjoy. We'll be right back after these messages.
Feed your family for only $4.30 a day? That's right, with the Angel Food Program. The Angel Food Program is for anyone. Angel Food is a community service of Detroit Lakes Assembly of God. Call or visit online to learn more.
At Exteriors Unlimited, we know the importance of maintaining the integrity and beauty of your home. Get tax credits and save money with seamless siding and window upgrades. From top to bottom, roofs to decks, Exteriors Unlimited uses the best materials made right here in Minnesota. Our free on-site estimates help you figure your exact needs. Call us for a competitive bid. Trust your home with the pros at Exteriors Unlimited, a division of Steenerson Lumber. We've stood behind our work for over a century.
Ma's Floral Gift and Party welcome you to our newly expanded ice cream and fudge shop, the bistro and Wi-Fi coffee shop. Plenty of parking, open 7 days a week.
Welcome back to Easy Gourmet. We just took the chicken out of the oven. We've got it all sitting up here on the table. I also have some mixed vegetables, which is called an island blend that we use at the Speakeasy here quite often. It's really good. And then we've got the mashed potatoes and, of course, our boars and cheese sauce. So we're going to start by taking the chicken out of the pan. And then we're going to cut it right on the bias. We've got our garlic mashed potatoes that we're going to stick right here. And then we're going to stick our chicken at like height, right up like that. Put a little veggies right on the side. And then our boars and cheese sauce.
And what's in your sauce?
The question was, what is in the sauce? And if you watch some of our old shows, the boars and cheese sauce, all I do is take some store-bought Alfredo sauce and add some boars and cheese into it, melt it right in there, and that's all it is. And ladies and gentlemen, I guess there isn't any gentlemen, is there? Here we are. It's stuffed chicken with the prosciutto and mushrooms. Ladies, thanks for joining us today on Easy Gourmet. And we'll see you next time on Easy Gourmet.